What's up, Michiana?
What's good with y'all?
What's up, world?
Yo, we are just us. I am I1.
Clarity.
It's my wife. So, we come to promote the Faith Movers Tour. Tell them about the Faith Movers Tour, man.
Faith Movers Tour. It's to move faith.
Okay. So the Faith Movers Tour is a group of different rappers, Christian rappers at that have been moving in tremendous faith. That's been trying to do the impossible. That's been believing in God to move us in a way that most people would say that we're crazy. It's almost like people have gotten to the point where they don't really believe that God can do the same thing that He did back in the day, in 2018. You know what I'm saying? Like Abraham, he told Abraham to get up and leave your countrymen, your family and everything, and go into the place that I'll show you, that I have for you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
so it's like, but God said that He's the same God that was yesterday, today, and forevermore. He's the Alpha and Omega. So our faith is that, with us two, is that we did that. We did the Abraham thing.
He's the author and finisher of our faith.
Yeah. So we did that.
That's to say, y'all can't begin your faith or in your faith unless through Christ.
He started it.
He started it.
So what we did was we got up and left Niles, Michigan. We quit our jobs, left Niles, Michigan, and came up here to South Bend, Indiana.
We had good jobs
nothing.
too. We was bringing home $800-900 a week.
Yeah.
Good jobs.
So the crazy thing is that we came here with nothing.
Zero.
And when we got here, we had nowhere to go.
Nowhere.
But our pastor, Gil Michelle, he opened up his business to us. So his business, he got this building. It's an old Salvation Army building over on the corner of South and Carroll Street. So what he did was, the part where his tax business was at, he also had an empty space above it. There was a 1-bedroom apartment that had a shower, kitchen, and like a little living room area.
Yep.
So what we did, me and my wife, we took the bedroom, and then our 4 children moved into the little, they all slept in sleeping bags and air mattresses in the living room. But God was blessing us. And then the time came that because his business is there, and then his church, our church, or his church anyway, that church downtown is on the other side. We couldn't continue to keep staying there. So God opened up the door for us to go into Hope. We were in Hope for?
Well, we was in Hope for almost a year, about a week shy of a year.
You don't want to give anything?
I'm giving in.
So anyway, she acting all shy right now. So what we did was we stayed at Hope. We kind of got kicked out of Hope for the simple fact is we went to Hope only because we had nowhere to go. We had nowhere to live. We weren't drug dependent. We weren't alcoholics. We didn't have gambling problems. None of that.
And they allowed us to stay as a family.
Yeah.
Whereas if you went to any other shelter, they break the men up and the children to stay together. But they allowed us to stay as a family, so that was the better option for us.
Yeah. And at first, I was kind of mad that they kicked us out. But then God began to reveal to me, like, Marcus, I need for y'all to move on. So shout out to Pastor John Brown. He's over the men's ministry at Hope, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
And then Dave, what's his name? Dave?
Hotelli, Mike? Hotelli?
No, Dave, the head dude.
I don't remember his last name.
But shout out to everybody that was at Hope that that showed us love and that encouraged us.
The Braves mark the spot up in there. Yeah. You can't forget the Braves.
Yeah, God definitely left us, blessed us to leave,
I actually
a good
started
thing.
the Braves spot in there.
Right,
I remember
selling chicken.
3 pieces of chicken and some fries for $5. You know why I did that? I did that not just to, start my own business, but because we only ate there 3 times a day. There is a Mexican restaurant behind us, but they were very expensive, and we lived in a Hope, so we didn't have a lot of money. People didn't have a lot of money, or they got checks once a month or whatever. So I they could come and spend $5 with me. We had a whole store.
Yeah.
In fact, we sold pickles and chips and Hot Pockets,
Candy bars,
and donuts and muffins. Like,
hamburgers.
we was the spot up in there. That's why it's called Brain Spot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so anyway, a little intermission.
I got excited.
Yeah.
I like to eat.
So then we left from there, and God blessed us to get a house over on the southeast side.
The good side of the southeast side.
And man, we stayed there for how long?
We was there only 10 months.
So we was there for 10 months, and during this time we working. And mind you, now I'm an extreme diabetic, type 2 diabetic. Like, my sugar at any given moment, if I take my sugar, it could be at any given moment 500 to 600, which is crazy.
Why are you yelling?
I don't know, because I started thinking about like Jesus. And the thing is that God has been sustaining me, because most people, man, begin to get limbs cut off or going to diabetic comas and things of that nature. Nothing. God has definitely been working with us, because He's been showing us that He's our sustainer. He's been showing us that He's our provider. I mean, especially like having insurance, not having insurance. Being able to pay for my insulin, not being able to pay for my
He was
insulin.
hospitalized twice.
Right. And not only am I diabetic, you know, diabetes attacks a lot of things. So I got high blood pressure. I got high cholesterol. My A1C is high.
His kidneys were.
The devil is a lie. We ain't gonna even speak that. But the
Well, you know, we telling the whole testimony.
So but you know, God has been sustaining us. And then He comes and He tells me, Marcus, I need for you to quit your job. Once again, we back on this, I see. So I'm like, all right, you know, my faith level, God, you've been blessing me, blessing my family. We've been going from faith to faith. Cool. And He told me that I'm gonna bless you in this music and what you prayed for. So we started doing it, and then next thing you know, I'm off my job. Then He sends a dream to me and my wife at the same time. The crazy thing about it is we had the same dream. The only difference is in my dream, I was leading us into a storm and through the storm. In her dream, she wanted to go around the storm, and she was fighting going through the storm, following. That was the difference in our dreams. But God showed that she would follow, and we were going to the storm. So what happened is, this is the storm. This is why we are faith movers. Because right now, even while we're making this video, our faith is being proven right now.
Yeah.
We were homeless. We are homeless. We had nowhere to store all our furniture and everything. And then my pastor, he came and he brought a U-Haul. He rented a U-Haul truck for us, and he also rented a storage space for us so that we could put all our stuff at. And then he blessed us with some finances to fill up our gas tank, because we were on the streets. So
It's wintertime.
Wintertime.
It's cold. It's like 20 degrees or with a wind chill of 12 degrees out there. So it's cold.
And to even add on to that, so my truck is a 2003 Ford Expedition. Man, at any given moment it can break down.
Yep.
So the hose, I didn't know at the time, but it kept leaking radiator fluid. So the truck would never stay warm.
It was always cold.
Man, it was messed up, and then it'd be smoking. So man, we trying to figure out what's going on. My wife's like, it's the head gaskets. I'm like, man, it can't be the head gaskets. You know how much that's gonna cost to fix? You might as well throw the whole truck away.
Yep.
And then talking to my man David Gibson and his wife Cherie Gibson, he looked at our truck and he was like, nah, that's not it. And he showed me that it was just a hose. So while the enemy gave us a smoke screen and we looking at the smoke that's coming from the truck, we automatically think the worst. But then God using Dave to come and say, nah, man, this is what it is. It's the enemy. And sometimes that's how it is when we look at our situation, or when we all as a whole look at our situation. We think automatically that it's something big, and it's not anything big.